I remember being in a program once, in a consultation with Reverend Dr. Marilyn Sewell, who, many of you know, served for years in Portland. And she said that one of the things that she discovered when she got to that church and first started serving it is that the church had tremendous amounts of suction within the community. They pulled people in all the time. However, what they lacked was a vacuum bag. They had no container, no place to put all these people, and so very often they were exiting out of the back door. How we try and approach that at Wellsprings, it really does start with that 6-month spiritual growth plan. I will hound people lovingly, but sometimes over the space of a few months, to really say, come on in, this is our opportunity. You've received the orientation already from Wellsprings 1.0 and being a part of a new membership class. What I'd like to do for you right now is to really make sure that you have an opportunity to integrate into the life of the congregation, because as you integrate into the life of the congregation, you will receive such great benefits from truly being an active participant in who we are. One of the reasons that we practice that is for their benefit, but it also is for our protection. One of the things that we have recognized is that Lone Rangers do us absolutely no good. Lone Rangers in congregational life basically say to us, we come in fully formed already. There is no formative new thing here that I can learn. I'm ready to lead. And we say, no, you're not. It takes a while to learn a culture. It takes a while to integrate to the place that you can say, yes, now you are ready to help change us, because you are amongst us and of us. We believe that there is a very core connection, and you'll see that with the little arrows there, between relationships and responsibilities. As people serve, they get connected. As people get connected, so they serve. This is part of recognizing that we don't want people to stay on the bench for too long, whether it's sometimes very, small acts of service, being part of our Sunday setup and support team, because we do rent a space and we need to set it up every single Sunday. That's a great place for new people to go. One of the ways that we almost immediately reinvest the experience of people who have joined, because they hold it sort of fresh within their bones, is that, especially if they're somewhat extroverted or they're people who do smile readily, we will recommend that they find their way onto our hospitality team, because they remember what it's like to be new. They remember what it's like to take that long walk up into our building that was unfamiliar to them at one point, that now has become a beloved community. We want them to share that experience, knowing it in their minds, holding it in their hearts, of then being able to reach out to new people. So those are some of the facts on the grounds, the way close to the ground that we make sure that people don't exit through the back door. The more systemic way that we approach it is a group called the Leadership and Spiritual Development Team. And if all those things on the ground are very close, sort of 5-foot analysis, the Leadership and Spiritual Development Team, what they do is the 30,000-foot analysis. They're the ones who get up on the balcony and can see how the congregation is moving or flowing or falling down together. Their job, and I work with them very intentionally every month, is to ask, where are we flowing strong? Where is that charge of the soul very, very potent in its current, and how can we help people direct themselves towards those currents? And also, to the other side, where is the flow weak? Where are we falling down with each other? Where are there teams who are really not practicing their ministries with integrity? We give them a chance to sort of help get further equipped, better equipped, or perhaps we ask a deeper question. Is it time for this particular ministry or team to die? Because it's not serving the people who are there, and we're certainly not going to invite new people into a team that is dying. So that's what Leadership and Spiritual Development Team does. They are asking those questions of flow, and also really then setting up the mechanisms by which new people, or new members by this point, can find their way in, because we want them to be able to integrate into the life of our congregation in ways that are simple and clear and not difficult. Final thing is just within the staff meeting. Every month, actually we meet as a staff every week, but we try to do this at least once a month. We ask that question, who's missing? Who's missing that's here? Who's missing? Are they sick? Have they lost a job? Are they disenchanted? Whatever the answer we think is, all we know is they've gone missing. Sometimes it's the simplest of reasons. Sometimes it's travel for business. Sometimes they just decide, hey, life is really busy. I'm going to take the next 3 weeks off. But it's nothing against the congregation. And sometimes what we find in there is that they have grown disenchanted, especially with the kind of congregation that we are and we aspire to be. We need to hear that. Sometimes it is disenchantment that actually has very little to do with us. Sometimes it is disenchantment because we have spoken unkindly to each other, or we have ignored each other, even if that was not our intent. And at that point, part of the membership cultivation process becomes the process of making amends and asking for forgiveness and promising those people, not just in terms of their experience, but what they have trusted us with being honest with us, is that we now have the opportunity to do it better the next time.